With that statement, they're absolutely right. People got to take their time out with hitting it raw. People got to take their time out with all this stuff. Guys, I'm gonna tell you, man. Guys need to make girls wait too. Guys need to make stop subscribing to the idea of scarcity. These girls can wait too. If she won't wait for you, then she don't like you either. And believe it or not, most women don't actually like guys. They like what you can offer, but they don't like you.
Wow. Ladies, that was a very bold statement that he just made there. I'm not a woman, so I can't speak to whether that's true or not. Ladies, is that true or false? Again, he said that most women do not actually like guys. They like what men can do for them, but they don't actually like guys. Is that true, ladies, or not? We have a new person on the panel that goes by the name Argue with Your Man. Mr. Argue with Your Man. Okay, they saying that it's not true in the comments. One person said that he's speaking facts. Um,
He's definitely speaking facts. We're not there. You know, the delusion is high. Kevin Samuels, he ain't here no more, and he can't. You know what I'm saying? It's back. It's back in full fledged now. It's their spidey sense is coming back up, brother. So you just have to disregard that.
so you're in agreement with Mr. Hashtag.
Yeah, you got to take your time, man. There's so many women who swear they deserve a good man, and it's like, why? You know, you ask them to articulate what they're gonna give this man. What does he get in return for all that he's doing? And it's always, oh, you get me. You don't hear them say, well, I'm gonna love this man. You know, I'm gonna help him pay bills. You know, I'm going to run behind the children as much as I can. I understand that you worked 80 hours, sir, but guess what? When you get home, I want to go to sleep, and you stay up, even though you got to be to work in the morning. You know, it's like they want to. I just don't understand. They want to stay home. They don't want to pay any bills, but then they don't want to take care of any of the tasks inside of the home. You know, they want a vacation 6 times a month. You know, I just don't understand where these women get these ideologies from. Their mothers weren't married, their aunties weren't married, their sisters weren't married. The
Baby
girls that
grandma
they know
wasn't married.
online weren't married. I'm just trying to understand, how did they learn how to be wives when they haven't even learned how to be proper girlfriends? I just don't understand.
Wow. Wow. Do you think this, like, what you're describing is more of a modern woman thing? Do you think women of the past, kind of had the same ideology, or just more of a modern woman thing?
It's definitely a modern woman thing. I remember when men could set up vendor tables and that was their job, and they didn't have any shortages of women that wanted them. They were selling fake purses, burnt CDs. You know, they were doing a lot. You know, and these men didn't have stable income. Some months they make a lot, some they wouldn't. You had men selling dresses in hair salons. It was a lot going on, and women were understanding. Women were willing to come to the table and work with men and build with men. And I think a lot of those women picked some of the wrong men sometimes, and it bled into society with some of these other women that they don't want to take a chance on the man because, you know, they only see bad. They only see the worst in some of these men, you know? And it's like, you know, as a man that's positive, like, think about yourself. When these women speak, does it make them look more attractive when they talk negative about men in society? Does it make you say, you know what, I want to help her through her trauma and date her? Or does it make you say, you know what, let me stay clear away from this woman? She need to heal. She need to get herself together. You know, so you know it's a different time. You know, these women are empowered. They're making their money. They're paying their own bills. They got sugar daddies paying bills. You know, they're taking trips and taking pictures, and guys are taking them on dates, but they're not taking pictures of the guy. They're just taking pictures of the food. You know, these women got a lot going on right now, and that's great for them. But in 5, 10 years, when they're not getting married, and the children that they had by these wrong men are running around telling them, hey, I wanted a father in my life the whole time, and what's going on? Why didn't you never have a man in your life to help, you know, guide me as a man? It's gonna hit them, you know. And these other men are going to be in society with their lovely and great wives, living happy lives, and they're just going to be bitter, trying to put the man on child support and steal his money. I mean, that's really what's going to happen.
No, 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 no. What's gonna happen? What's
One
gonna
second, hashtag.
happen?
Hold on, 1 second, hashtag. Um, so to Mr. Argue with Your Man, um, to answer your question that you had asked me, definitely the latter. When I hear women talk negatively about men, when I hear women not only just hearing women talk negatively about men, but there's some women, whenever you hear them talk about um, dating and relationships, it's clear that they don't have any good faith in dating and relationships. And like you said, me personally, those are women that I steer clear from, stay far and away from, run as fast away, run as fast as I can away from them. But before Mr. Hashtag speaks, I just want to ask you one quick question, Mr. Argue with your man.
Absolutely.
If I said that the average and below average modern woman really doesn't have that much respect and reverence for the average and below average man, would you agree or disagree with me?
I would agree. I mean, their conversations, their content speaks to it. You know, you think about, you know, a certain sector of men in society that are the passport bros. They come on here and talk negative about them all day long. You know, you had one, maybe 10 passport bros come on here and make a video about a group of women, and now every last one of them, instead of working and focusing on themselves and wondering how they can be attracted to the men who do want them, they spent time and days and efforts and got their hair done and nails done to get on here and post videos about a section of men who don't care what they do. You know, it just goes to show that as a good man in society, you don't get rewarded. So why are you even dealing with a lot of these women? You know, they don't respect you. They don't honor you, because if they did, they'd be specific when they talked about the men that they don't like. They say these black men. They don't say the black men that they slept with or the black men that failed them or the black men that don't support them. It's always these black men. And then they wonder why black men in society have no respect for a lot of these women, because you guys don't even distinguish who you're talking about. At least when a black man says something negative on this platform, he literally has to say these black women who think like this, because we can't generalize black women at all. Even if we had nothing but bad experiences with only black women, we still don't have the space to come here and say every black woman. But yet a black woman can come here and had 5 failed relationships with a black guy, and she can say all these black men are trash. And you got black women who say they love black men in the comments talking about, yeah, girl, you're right. So it's just disingenuous, you know, when you can't be honest with a lot of these women. And like I said, you know, 2024 is coming up, 2025 is coming up. You guys aren't working any closer to being married. Men aren't looking to date you. So I'm just understanding what you're going to do. You don't want to date each other. So, you know, what's the backup plan? You know,
Let me
because a
tell
lot
you
of
what's
these men
going
are
to
checking
happen,
out.
bro. Let me tell you what's going to happen. And this is a warning, a trigger warning for husbands and for wives and for people that are in long-term committed relationships, regardless of their personal or legal status. Let me tell you what's going to happen. We are about to see Homageddon. It's about to be side piece, side chick Mageddon. These women are about to be they are about to live their lives strictly in the attempt to break up families. It's about to be Homageddon out here, man. You're about to see women out here literally trying to break up as many households as possible. That's what you're about to see. So all the husbands, watch out, and especially wives, watch your best friends, watch all your single coworkers, because Homageddon is starting. I'm telling you, it is.
Mr. Argue with your man. I have another question I want to ask you. Um, you know, if I said, let me not even say if I said, so you know, you agreed with me that a lot of average and below average women, modern women, really don't have a respect for the average and below average man. Don't really have much reverence for them. What is it? If I asked you, what is it about a man, today that is going to make a modern woman, respect them, um, see them as worthy and deem them valuable and see them as worthy of being in a relationship? Is it the man's character? Is it his personality? Is it his ethics? Is it his morals? Is it his goals, his ambition, his vision? Or is it a man's financial status and what they feel a man is going to be able to do for them going forward in the future?
Well, there's going to be two fractions of women. They're going to be the women who are strictly on finances, that you can get them off finances. Doesn't matter if they're going to be marginalized in the relationship where, you know, you pay all the bills, so you don't respect her. She's not going to have a say. She's just going to do whatever you tell her to do because you have the money. And then there are going to be women who want genuine connections and they want to be in a meaningful relationship. And as a man, you know, you're gonna have to have your finances together just for yourself, not just necessarily for her. But if you want to raise a family and live comfortably, you're gonna need your finances together. But respectfully, you know, we're gonna have to just be better men and not stop and just stop sleeping with just anything. A lot of us have bad practices, and we just need to be better men. And these women need to be able to distinguish who the good men are and who are the great men. You know, and I tell men all the time, don't be so easy to sleep with a lot of these women. I don't care how good she looks. There's always a man in society that's tired of dealing with her. He don't want to take her calls. She's blocked. And that's how I feel about a lot of these. Like when a beautiful woman says she's single, I'm automatically uninterested. I like married women. I like women who have actually walked across the stage, or women who have actually understood the assignment of getting married and finding a man that actually wants to give them their last name. Because women can find a man and spend money on them, take them on dates, buy them cars, put them in apartments. They can find men to do that all the time, but they have a really, really bad time at finding men who want to give them their last name, put them as a beneficiary on accounts, give them credit cards with their names. You know what I mean? Like they don't have men doing that type of stuff. So if you're that type of guy, the best thing for you to do is to make yourself not be like the rest of these men in society. Don't give these women easy access to you. Be very honorable, be respectful, and just cut these women off when they're disrespectful, when they're telling you got to take them on a certain date, leave them alone. Or if you do have to take them on a date, just eat your food and get up and leave. You know, don't even tell you going in the bathroom and just leave. You know, some of these women need to be taught a lesson. And I tell men, whenever she keeps pressuring you, talking about, well, you got to take her, go ahead and take her there. Eat your food, go to the bathroom, leave, and block her, you know, and maybe she'll learn from that experience and understand that, you know, men are bigger than their finances. Are you going to pour into a man? Are you going to support a man? Are you going to be part of his greatness? A lot of these women want to be a part of the greatness at the end. They don't want to be a part of the greatness during it, right? So why give a woman all your resources and finances if she's not going to build with you? They want to build without you, because when they got their money, when they're making their money in society today, you don't hear all these women talking about, hey, I want to take more of a financial burden in the relationship. I'm making money. You know, you want to hear them talk about how they want to have disposable annual incomes in the household and you pay all the bills. So, hey, man, we got to do better. It starts with us. And a lot of these women, we're going to allow them just to be lonely and date cats, or, you know, keep cats as pets. I don't know what they do with these animals, but they're going to have to do
Hey,
something else.
hey, look. The most, I really want you guys to check this. Okay, check this. The recent biggest investment is in pet hospitals and pet places. You know why? Because they already predicted what's gonna happen. They already predicted this, man. I mean, this is the most recent biggest investment is dog adoption and cat adoption places. Like it's gonna get real out here, bro. And men, yes, we do have to step it up. Men as a whole, we have to step it up and really give ourselves more value and stop leaning into the subscription to scarcity. Women are not scarce, man. They are not scarce. Maybe the good ones are scarce, but women as a whole, piece of cake, man. If you want some, all you need is you can find a good girl. I mean, a good time girl at every supermarket.
Sorry, I need to interrupt. These
May I ask
people are
a
in the
question,
comments
please?
talking about someone's broke. I'm
May I
sorry,
ask
Hope.
a
How you
question,
doing?
please?
Oh, hold on, let me finish this first, and then you can ask me.
Do you
Um,
mind if I speak because I haven't spoken?
well, I'm just answering a question in
Well,
the
do you
comments,
mind
man.
if I just speak because I haven't spoken?
I do mind.
You do mind? All right,
Yeah,
go ahead, sir.
there we go. So yeah, just because somebody doesn't align with what you have to say doesn't mean they're broke. They could literally just not agree with you. So it's just funny that you always hear women say, "Oh, you're broke," or if you don't like women, just say that. It's crazy just for not agreeing. You know, I didn't say these men should disrespect you, put their hands on you, misuse you. I just said that, hey, let's just be honest. If they're gonna use you, use them. What is the problem with that? How does that make you broke? That's all I want to say.
And we have a woman on the panel, and I'm gonna allow her the opportunity to speak. But I want to say something really quick. I want to say something to what Mr. Argue with Your Man just said. I just seen Miss Delphine in the comments just comment that he must be broke again. It's very childish. It's very immature. It's very ignorant. It's very lacking intelligence when you resort to ad hominem attacks simply because another man or another woman is saying something that you disagree with. So if a man or woman is saying something that you disagree with, being that whether you strongly disagree, whether you mildly disagree, it shouldn't get to the point where you result to like saying ad hominem attacks. Like, as a grown adult, you should be able to respect someone and just just respectfully agree to disagree with them. And if what that person is saying doesn't apply to you, it shouldn't be getting you in your feelings to start off with. That's number one. A lot of you black women on this app love to say, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Well, it looks like a lot of the things that he just said apply to a lot of y'all. Y'all love to say a hit dog gonna holler. It was a lot of y'all hollering in the comments while he was speaking. So that says a lot. So if you don't like men, just say that. If you're broke, just say that. But stop being immature, okay? Just stop being immature, stop being childish, okay? Go heal, go resolve whatever issues you got going on. Go somewhere and figure that out, okay? We don't do that here. I'm sorry, Hope. Go ahead. The floor is yours. You can address anything that you heard these brothers say. If you want to address the topic, you can address that as well, but go ahead.